BSLIVE. Today I just want to kind of talk and think about 3D assets. And you might already know about a website called Sketchfab. I think that's one of the best place you can find 3D assets at the moment. It has a lot of really high quality 3D assets. Other than this website, there are probably a lot more other websites. In the past, I used to check Blenderswap.com quite a lot. Although it feels kind of a little bit abandoned, but it's got updates recently. But still, Blenderswap has some really good Blender rigging that's still usable. And it's actually it's quite good place to find 3D assets. But usually for 3D assets, I check on Sketchfab because I can check the one that's downloadable, the one that's actually they can sell, and then some of them are just for 3D artists displaying their works. Oh, my internet's really slow this morning. Let's hope that we can find like a 3D assets. Some 3D assets on Sketchfab is, however, is like ridiculously expensive, $25, $20, $35. Well, but they're probably really high quality, but still kind of I'm not gonna buy that unless I really need it for game or something. Wow. It's actually super slow. Maybe I try Blenderswap. Maybe today Sketchfab server is a bit slow, or maybe what I'm searching is maybe this is very common things to search. Let me try something else. Yeah, this one is also kind of slow. I don't know why. Maybe I got something uploading here. That's Flickr. Blenderswap doesn't have any issue, so I just downloaded Mushu. So let's take a look at this rig and let's see if this is actually something that's ready to use for AR. I keep augmented reality or AR is gonna be huge. It's gonna be like everyday things. Yeah, so this is probably was made using older Blender, but have a look anyway. Oh, this is actually pretty good. Maybe this is even animated. Oh, yep. Yeah, that's quite nice. Let's see if this is actually exportable. I have a feeling it's not really exportable, but let's see. Anyway, I usually save as, and maybe this guy has texture already, or is it just painted? Let's have a look. It's probably just painted using vertex paint or something. Or maybe it's, it has material. Anyway, file, export. Let's try GLTF and then FBX as well. Let's try FBX. So USDZ Mushu. Mushu is one of the characters from Disney Mulan. Selected objects only. Apply modifier. Armature only deform bones. Very likely it's gonna fail. We're gonna try it anyway. Selected objects only. Export. Let's go back to Sketchfab. Okay, cool. Yeah, with the Dragon Ball character, this one is $7. This one is actually really good. I got it a while back ago. Skull, I need like a free skull. There's so many skull apparently on Sketchfab, but very likely skull downloadable. That's the one that you might want. Oh, this Skull Salazar is actually really good. I tried it before. Very fancy looking skull. This one definitely you can download. OBJ or GLTF. Let's pick GLTF because GLTF one usually is ready for USDZ for Apple AR. Yeah, and then I actually for today I also want to have eyeballs. I want to test something. This one is really cool. I tried it before. Download 3D model, GLTF. Okay, back to Mushu. Desktop. I got too many things. Okay, FBX. Let's load our USDZ converter. Oh yeah, actually not bad. I was surprised that it converts. That's not too bad. The way to test this is when you have Reality Composer app on your computer, on your Mac. You can actually load a shape like a box. Look at its dimension and physicality. It's actually, how big is this thing? 10 by 10 by 10. Okay, so that's exactly 10 centimeter if you use it for AR. And then you bring in something like Mushu and put it on. Okay, let me make this full screen. Select this guy, reset its position. Our character is too big. So the scale is apparently it's becoming really important, and also the pivot of the character is important. But if you are thinking to make 3D assets that people might be able to use in the future on Sketchfab, or Blenderswap, you make sure the character is in the correct size. So I think Blue Eyeball is actually downloadable. They're simple one. Downloadable eyeball. I think I downloaded this one before. Download as GLTF. And this one also, just in case. And remember to always credit the artist. It's a good idea to. I think Sketchfab needs a way to kind of keep like a metadata of the 3D assets. Yeah, we got Mushu, Skull. Maybe we can. So if I use this as AR, it's just gonna be it's looking something like this. I don't know if it's animated. Maybe it does not animate. So tap and flip. No, we don't want to flip this. We want to animate. Choose this character. Oh, this guy actually have animations. Play. No, animation doesn't work. Nope. Yeah, unfortunately the animation doesn't seem to work. I was expecting him to animate a little bit. Oh well. It's the export works. Oh, I save it inside the Mushu rig. That's why. USDZ converts. Let's go to downloads, and under Mushu we have GLTF. Yeah, it's failed as well. Let's try something. File, import FBX. Desktop Mushu FBX. This guy. It's not animating properly. Okay, I need to work on that. That's what I mean. Like not all 3D asset is ready for AR, but in the future you might want to think about that. So Skull, Salazar. It takes quite a while. Sketchfab Skull. I have Sketchfab Skull at some point, and Skull Salazar are already. Okay. So maybe I am lucky, so I can use the old one. Hopefully this GLTF is connected. Oh yeah, it's looking for scene.bin. Let's actually check the original. Yeah, case like this, you need to use Blender, of course. Turn this off. Blender, file, new. Delete everything. File, import, GLTF. Check our skull. Drag and drop it here, and then open it. It's looking for scene.bin. Okay, that's not very good. Maybe I have the original somewhere. Sketchfab skull downloadable. This one this one is also skull with normal and diffuse. Maybe we can use this one. So USDZ convert. It's a lot easier to do it in Blender actually. File, import, OBJ. Let's try this cranium. Okay, it's not bad. File, save as skull X. This one we have to put the material ourselves. This one seems a little bit, we might need to smooth it, but never mind. Shader editor, image texture. I think we can just drag and drop some of these. Oh, nice. Maybe not all at the same time. Yeah, okay, cool. Not bad. Not bad at all. Normal, flip. We need the normal. With the normal, we need to have bump node. Color goes into the height. This goes into the normal. Check our skull. Strength 0.056, 0.06. It's not bad. It's a little bit. We might need to smooth it. Edit. So edit. Operator search smooth. Okay. Now the skeleton is smooth. File. Export. Now the dimension of this currently 1.34 meter, 2 meters. So this should be okay. It could be too big, could be too small. It's supposed to be maybe centimeter, but we'll check it out inside Reality Composer app. Selected object only. Always make a folder. Oh, skull X. Export GLTF. I know that's gonna work. This one I already have it somewhere. So Salazar. This one's the one that I collected a while back ago. There you go, it's working, right? I should be able to just drag it into Reality Composer. Well, doesn't like it. Okay, it opens it on Xcode. So Salazar, show in Finder. Hey, it refuses. Oh, what type of object is this? CSDZ. Oh, I need to stop it. Oh man. Wait a few seconds. Okay, our skull is pretty high res, and the size is also pretty wrong. Okay, we can always scale it and snap it to the floor. So that's kind of nice. There's a lot of lots of little things that inside Reality Composer that's kind of neat, I found. So let's call this skull mixer. And so we're done with that. Go back to our USDZ convert. Let's use the one that we just created or we just put together inside Blender. See, GLTF with a bin with a texture, that's what we need. USDZ convert. So this is good. Bring it there. It's probably too small. There we go. See, I don't know why. I think the unit scale stuff, it's sometimes a little bit confusing. It's like sometimes you need to scale up, sometimes you need to scale down. Inside Blender, this is like 2 meters. In Reality Composer, it's like 2 centimeters. Pretty confusing, but that's okay. Gonna deal with that. Okay, that's actually 30 degrees from that to that's 30 degrees. So nice. Snap to the floor. Normally it snaps to the floor. It doesn't do that now. We might need to have a proper floor. I'm thinking to do the eyeball. If I'm lucky, the eyeball from Sketchfab is also it's not ready. My internet is super slow today. It's I don't know why. Eyeball, I have eyeball raw, realistic eyeball, blue eyeball free with the source. Okay, this one was from Sketchfab a while back ago. Okay, somehow, whoa. File, new, file, import, DAE. So Blender has a lot of compatibility with all kind of different format. So that's kind of nice. That's why I'm using Blender. It's very, very handy. DAE, unfortunately, seems like DAE does not work properly. So that's like an old format. Blue eyeball, free eyeball. Oh, a lot of things failed today. Very interesting. Eyeballs. Let's see if I'm lucky. This is like an old one. Albedo, metallic, normal, opacity, roughness. This one has everything, so we might actually use this. So model day, let's get back to Blender. Let's look at the shader. It's empty. So eyeball X. Now we can probably close this now. We don't need anymore. Put Blender on the side. Start with the albedo. Albedo is the diffuse, the color. And okay, cool. Ambient occlusion, cannot bring that. Metallic, normal, okay, normal is good. Bump. Color goes into the height. This goes into the normal. Once again, strings. It's give that kind of detail, slightly detail. Metallic, normal, roughness. Roughness is important also. Metallic is also important. Wow, nice. It feels wet now. Ambient occlusion, metallic. I don't know where to plug the ambient occlusion with this though, with the in Blender. For now, this should be pretty good. It doesn't have the outer part of the eye, but file, export, GLTF, and selected objects, go create new folder, USDZ, eyeball X, export. So I think with 3D assets, the one that's downloadable, what you don't need to pay, you need to credit the artist. Hopefully that's enough. You can maybe more like donation kind of thing in the future. We never know, but the price shouldn't be like $25. It's ridiculous. It's more, I think it's more like something like a YouTube, maybe, you know, pay per use. It's not a bad eyeballs. We can just drop it into this guy, and the size again slightly tricky to make this correct. At least the P4 is correct, and then we can perhaps try something. We can make the eyeballs keep looking at the camera, so that can be fun. At this point, we can turn off the snapping. So we're gonna use the Salazar skull or our own skull. Let's try our own skull. We don't need this, we don't need Mushu. By the way, before I forgot, Apple also provide you with some hundreds of objects. Let's try this table because it's kind of classic. Yeah, it's loading from online library as well, so we have to wait for that to load. I need to guess the position of the eyeballs. Okay, apparently this is the correct size of the skull. So yep, bring this up onto the table. The nice thing with the assets that are provided by Apple is that they're all the correct size. It's a good habit, and they are all like really high quality. Drop it on the table, put it aside. Maybe we just use a single eyeball for now. This is what I mean, like in the future, this is probably how you compose your 3D. So it's not just inside Blender. I've been using trackpad for a while now. I have difficulty to pan. Okay, Command left click is to pan, and then now I can zoom closer to the eyes. Okay, put the eyes in the socket. So now we have this, and this is ready for AR, speed floating. Oops. Okay. Save. Add a bit of behavior. The eyeball. When we start the scene, this guy needs to look at the camera. Look at the camera. Durations. Look at the camera for 30 seconds. Face, rotation. Let me try. Yeah, I think does not work. Select this object, assign it. Done. Play. Okay, that's wrong. The front is probably the bottom. Okay, that's the one that's working. So yeah, that's the fact that with these USDZ objects, the bottom is the front is interesting. Because if you look at it, alright, we don't need to test everything. But anyway, this is correct. Now we can test it on the iPad. Hopefully this works. Reflector app. So I will try to mirror my iPad into the Mac. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to transfer this guy. So edit on iOS. Syncing 10 megabytes. Okay, there you go. Oh, you can't see it. There you go. Sorry. Nice, right? And you just need to download our table. Actually, we don't need. Just test the AR. Drop it on Mac. So it's going to be too big because our Mac is much smaller than the table. But now we can see our skull. And we can maybe test the behavior. And the eyeball is supposed to be looking at the camera. Oh, okay. It is looking at the camera, just not looking up. So yeah, I thought that's kind of neat, but yeah, it's something you need to try yourself. But I'm just showing you a bit of demo of all this because it's kind of fun and interesting. And that's something that you can do with a Blender, and that's with 3D assets that you can grab from Sketchfab, from Blenderswap, or other places. But yeah, really, that's the whole process I'm showing you. It's maybe in the future Sketchfab can allow export into USDZ format. We don't know it yet. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you find this useful. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Bye.